What's going on, guys? ZfreeZone here, and today we're going to have a look at another hidey hole in the volcano. This one is on the map. We'll zoom right in, and you can see here you come up this way with the zigzag to do the gold run, and you'll come up here and there's a bridge. Then there's an overpass, and it is just like on the end of the overpass up the top. We'll jump down right now and show you guys how to get up here. Alright, so from here we can see that we're at the overpass, and you come running up this way, and to come up here we jump up this little bit here. Just gets us a little bit closer to where we want to be. So you just climb up this way, and then if we turn around we want to climb up those boulder looking things up there. So we're going to come up over here, and I'll show you my grit. You don't need a lot of grit, but we are at 3.5, which is quite a lot, so we should have plenty of grit to get up here. I would say you'd be able to do this on 1 grit quite easily, but we'll see how we go. There's a lot of points where you can stop and gain your grit back up, so we'll just come up here. Looks like this spot here will do us, so we'll just hold this, and then we'll come up here, and we've got these boulder bits over here, so we'll climb up here, and as you can see there's plenty of spots to stand on here, so you could do this over in comfort easily, so don't worry about that too much. But obviously it is a bit of a climb up here. It's definitely not the smoothest run, but yeah, plenty of spots to camp out while you're building up, while you're getting up. And we just come up here. This is the ridge that we're after, and this is the place we have built up here. Have a look at that, guys. So to get into this place we're gonna have to climb around a little bit on the anti-climb. But as you can see, this thing has got plenty of anti-climb around it, which isn't doing much, but you could have the archers standing on these guys like here and all around the bottom there, so you can have quite a few archers guarding this place just for the last resorts, because if they get up here they're going to probably blow through it quite easily, but the archers will slow them down just that little bit more. Over here is the hatch, so if we come down here you can crawl straight through this guy, and then we are in on the first level. So we open up this guy and we come down to the crafting level, and as you can see here there is a blacksmith table. You got your kitchen over here, and you got all the bits and pieces that go with it. If we come over here we've got like a little seating area, and we've got a dismantle bench over here, which is perfect. And down here you got the main stuff, all the tanners to do all your bombs. You got all the kilns as well, and you got your cauldrons over here as well. As you can see they all got some storage on top of them, so there's plenty of storage in this build here. But the bonus about this build is there's a secret compartment you can build down here, because this drops quite low. So we have a ceiling piece there, and that's why we have got the Aquilonian building pieces as well. Also, that's why we have the Yamatai building pieces as well. But if you come down here you can see we've got some fridges here, and go a bit further down, and once we come down here you have the armor benches, so they're nice and hidden. We have another little perverted box there. It's good for your heals, and all your zills and all that kind of stuff can go up there. We come down again and you can see we've got storage, plenty of storage down here to hide all your good stuff. And then if we come down again we're going to have to hold on to the wall here and crawl down. We have our bed. So yeah, that is pretty much the build here. Alright, so we'll just come back up, but yeah, that is pretty much the build. As you can see, quite a nice easy build as well, which is always good, and just having this hidey hole here is perfect, and it hides it all away quite nicely, so when they're blowing in they can't tell which one's the foundation, which one's the ceiling piece, which is perfect. But yeah, that is our build for today, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. After this there is a building session. I'll show you guys how to build this. The basic foundations are down, and the roof and the ceiling pieces are on. But after that we have a speed build on me decking this place out, and I've added a little bit to the top of the building, which is not in the building tutorial, but you'll be able to see it in that little speed build at the end of the building. Hope that makes sense, but yeah, if you stick around you will see it all, and it should make perfect sense on how to build this guy. But yeah, that is the location for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment and subscribe, and stick around for the rest of the video to see how this thing is built. Catch you later, guys. Alright guys, so to start this one off, we're going to try and find a foundation area that we can go right across, and it's not too high up, which I'm starting to think around about here, because we need to counter in the walls as well. I need to set the free build mode off, which is up here, and then we get this guy, and then we can build as many as we want, and we won't have to worry about that. So we're going to come across there, and it looks like that's around where we are going to go. So with that situated like that, I don't think that's too high at all. I think that's a good size that we could start from. And then from there we are going to go and down and over here. So let's mark it up here. So that's going to be the next floor just there. As with all these builds, just lay down your first foundations and see how it sets out, and it pretty much works with it just goes together really. Like if you have a look how this one's going together here, I'll put my first foundations down, and basically from those first foundations you can see what's happening and where things are going to go. So right here we have got a 2 area gap just here, which is perfect for going down there. So all this up here is going to be the crafting area, and then down there is going to be your little storage area or whatever you want. Let's get this guy out properly. So I just shift clicked and it went down to the bottom bar, which is easy as. And so from here we are going to have these guys run along here. To do that last one we're going to have a foundation right there, and then we can go that way. So this is just trying to keep with the low profile, not sticking out too much. It's what you always want with these hidey holes, because if it's not hidden, it's not a hidey hole and it's got no defenses. It's all about having a hidey hole. And also I just wanted to point out, with these hidey holes that I've been building, having a blacksmith and a carpenter's bench running in the background is not a good idea. You should only put those guys on there as you're using them, not beforehand, because yeah, it's too noisy. And even having horses up here, they're just too noisy as well for hidey holes. With these ones you really want to keep it to the minimum. There we go, and we'll get rid of this guy. Don't need to put that there. So yeah, that goes right across. I don't think we can have a foundation next to this guy, nope. But that's alright, we can put a triangle piece there, so that's fine. So let's go get this piece here. That piece will be one of these guys, I'm assuming. There she is there. Alright, right there, so that corner's done now. Just want to do a little bit of a punch there. Let's go with some ceilings here. See how we go along here. See how we go with stability. We should be fine, but we'll see anyway. Once we connect these sides up, that end should go. It should, because it's only 3 in. Usually it goes out to like 4. Let's fill this in and see what we got left over. Alright, so these guys here, so what we're going to do is put a foundation up against this wall. One fit right in there, which is perfect. and now all these ones will go in and no problems there. So perfect, and now we need to have a spot where we come out. So let's have a look around here. I want something kind of against the wall so you can climb out easy enough. This one here is probably good because it's sticking out of the wall just that little bit. And what I mean of that, so there's no lip you have to climb over, it's just a straight up climb, which is a lot easier. And let's put the hatch door going that way so we can climb straight up the hatch door. So that's perfect. Alright, so let's jump down and have a look at this then. So we can have 2 layers in here, or we can keep it open. Depends how much room you want. I don't think I'm going to keep it open too much, so we're going to get a little bit more room out of this by putting another layer here. There we go, we can have a layer like such. And that will just give us a little bit more room. This floor down here, we kind of want to hide this, and with black ice, obviously it doesn't hide. Like the ceiling pieces aren't the same as the foundations on the top. So we need to find something that is. And now I know a lot of these DLC ones, they can be, so this Yamatai one here, and then we'll grab the Yamatai Foundation, and as you can see they're the same, so they don't look much different at all. So we've got a foundation and a ceiling piece there, and there's no difference at all. So with these bottom ones especially, we want to take all these up and we want to change them to a DLC that's going to blend in with roof ceilings, just so we can hide that bottom bit just a little bit more, because that is where our storage is going to be. So we don't want that. It's easy to find. They're going to have to use a hammer. Sorry, they're going to have to use a hammer on a certain piece to see if it's a ceiling piece or to see if it's a foundation, and that just gives you that little bit more protection. It's definitely possible for them to find it, but they have to look for it. They can't just see it straight off the bat, which is what we're after. Just realised I can place over them. Don't know why I didn't realise that before. I've done that many times, but yeah, it is what it is. So we got that done there, and so that's our nice little floor. So let's change most of this into Yamatai. So we're gonna go with the ceilings here. I'm gonna change those up so it just looks like we have an interior of Yamatai and just exterior of black ice. The black ice is good to blend in, so that's why I'm not doing the Yamatai on the outside as well. We're gonna just keep it on the inside. Alright, so there we go. Let's get some Yamatai stairs for this guy. Right there, we should be able to squeeze in there. Yep, perfect. And we're going to use some Yamatai anti-climb just to finish this off and make it look legit. We're going to grab this guy here. Alright, so there's our 2 levels. Perfect. Just going to do a little punch there. Alright, so now this one here we're going to have to go down a little bit. So let's grab some foundations here. Now we want a piece where it's kind of tucked into the wall. That's pretty good there. And then that will give us a layer of ceilings, as you can see there. And then we can come across with the ceiling pieces. Let's put one there. Kind of want to go down again, don't we, because we've got such a long way down. So let's try and pick another foundation to come down this far. There we go. That's perfect right there. That comes down nicely and it's pretty tucked into the wall. That's exactly what we want. So let's go get some more Yamatai ceiling pieces. So obviously we can have these levels going now. So there's one level there, another level here. And we'll climb up here. And then we got this level as well. And we might use this one as the opening to come in and out. In saying that, it is always better to have the openings on top of each other, because then you can't really have a bench here and you can't have a bench here, but if they're on top of each other you can't have a bench in one spot. So we're going to change that up and actually do that. Listen to my own advice, because it just makes things a lot easier. So let's grab this hatch door here. One little hatch there, one little hatch there. Grab the doors, put the hinges away from you, but you do want to try and use the hinges, use the door still. So if you go like that, it should come up and there should be enough room to grab it. That's exactly what we want. So we'll come up here and try and work out the same with this guy, where it's going to go, because this wall's still on a bit of a slant. We might get away with it, we might not. Let's try here. We want it to go down a tad. Yep. So that's good, and we can still grab that. So that door's fine there. Now we're going to grab this ceiling piece and just go along there, and that will give us that little bit extra. So as you can see, there is plenty of room coming down here. Even that one there is going to give us that little bit more room. And let's put a hatch door there as well. So I'm going to grab this guy, put that there, grab this one, put the hinges against one of these walls. So this one will obviously be covered by just a ceiling piece. You don't want to place any furniture or any crafting tables on that. And obviously we've got another area up here for crafting tables, so we are pretty much done. I need to get back into that panel, so how we do that is go up to here, admin mode, come out of there, go admin panel, and we are going to change the noon. This is what I do pretty much before every video, a little bit of insight, and then we can open up N because we are in the admin panel. Alright, so then we put that guy there and we are pretty good. But yeah, this is the basic build of this one. We could probably go up a little bit higher, but I wouldn't go too much higher than this. Like I am pretty happy with this height. As you can see, it's still quite a lot of room. Definitely a big build, and you definitely get a lot done up here. So yeah, keep that in mind. But there's probably be a speed build after this, and me putting all the furnitures in. But if you don't want to stick around for that, that's fine. And I'm ZfreeZone, and I will catch you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See yous.